watching.
Hello, my fine friends. Welcome to Richard Herring's Twitch of Fun. I work alone.
Hello.
Fluffy Rabbit, when will you ever learn? You've come from beneath the camera, which is a very clever way to do it. How are you today, Fluffy Rabbit?
Good.
Is that your catchphrase? Good.
Hey, stop copying me. I'm not a puppet.
That's too violent. Who can you see through the camera today, Fluffy Rabbit?
I see somebody who has a pizza,
Oh yeah, that's probably true.
and also somebody who's watching us, and
Hopefully there's a few people watching us.
and also somebody being really angry because their mum's vacuuming. Somebody who
Good one.
somebody who is in a dress, who's a boy.
That's okay. That's allowed in this modern age, Phoebe. We don't judge that.
Somebody who has 10 people at their house watching Captain Underpants except from one.
So 10 people are there. 9 people are watching Captain Underpants and 1 person's watching this.
Yeah. Hello.
Captain Underpants. You like Captain Underpants, don't you, Fluffy Rabbit?
Yeah.
I don't
And
see the appeal.
hello,
It's
people.
quite good.
And hello, people who I forgot the name of that begin with P.
Good. Right. Are you going to go to bed now, Fluffy Rabbit?
No, because I haven't said goodbye to 5,000 people yet.
I mean, I think it'll take a while for you to say goodbye to 5,000 people.
Goodbye, person, lady wearing a hat. Goodbye, that person's daughter. Goodbye, weird people. Goodbye, you.
I tried to divert the children today by doing a bit of pre-filming. It worked for Ernie.
And it did not work.
Worked for Ernie wasn't clever enough to see through it, but Phoebe somehow realised that wasn't going out live, even though we filmed it. But maybe one day we'll put that out. Goodbye Weird People covers them all, I think, says Fuzzy Dunlop too.
And goodbye, clever and dumb and stupid and fat and
We don't say fat, do we?
and chubby and
Okay.
skinny and bony and old and young and girls.
I've got such a
and
diverse audience. I've got all sorts of people watch this show. All right. Off.
and baby.
There is a baby watching, yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you go on much longer, you'll have more people than there are actually watching, which is 113 viewers, Phoebes.
I think we started off with 1,000, but then they saw your face.
Wow, Fluffy Rabbit. Can't believe that you would say that. Danny T says, I am fat, to be fair. Oh, here comes the king of the world.
See what I see. I'm not the only one anymore. You're really fat.
Wow. Wow.
But
This is much easier than usual, than doing the puppets myself. That's not how the king of the world talks. This is the king of the world. I'm the king of the world. Get on, get
you're
me.
really
I'm the king.
stupid.
I'm not stupid. I'm the king of the
yes,
world.
you are. Yes, you are.
And the king
You're
of the
fat
world.
too.
Hey, they're not. It's good living. It's luxurious
You're
living.
fat too.
Because I'm the king of the world. I eat all the
I'm
finest.
the queen of the universe. I'm better than you.
I eat all the finest pot noodles.
You eat the second. I eat the first. Haha.
Okay. All right, Phoebe. I think as king of the world, I'm going to
Who's
declare.
Phoebe?
Sorry, Fluffy Rabbit. It's time for you to go to bed,
No,
my
I'm
friend.
the queen of the universe. I declare you have to die.
What? I've already died. Ah, my head came off before. Ah, why? Why? I died.
That's the ball.
All right, off you go, girl. Thank you very much. You all right down there?
I'm trying to find Baldy.
Ball?
Yeah, the ball.
Oh, except he was up there, darling. He's here. I'm the king of the world. Hey, on the right, Bollock. Hello there, thuns. It's me. I mean, this is just anarchy. I want to do the show properly. No one is enjoying this. It puts off a lot of the proper adult viewers who want to see a grown-up show. Nobody likes this, Phoebe.
Put in the comments. Put peanut if you like this.
That's peanut.
Yeah, that's what I said.
It's my son's favourite. Okay, just look, I cut myself. Which side was it?
Ha! You're an idiot. Ha ha.
Right, go away. I want to do my show. Go away.
Fat
Bedtime.
man.
Right, that's it. I'm putting on the thing again.
Fat man.
Did somebody say peanut? Woohoo! Shut up, you. That's not appropriate. There's a young child probably still in the room. Are you still there, Phoebe? Good girl. Night, night. I love you, sweetheart. That's my daughter, Phoebe Herring. Well, that was a fluffy rabbit, sorry, who operates on its own steam, obviously. Welcome to Twitch of Fun. We've got. I've decided not to name the buttons this week. I'm just going to go randomly and see what comes up. Although I'm probably just in order, but I can't remember what order I put them in. So we'll see what comes up, and it'll be as much surprise to me. Oh yes, news just in. The space rocket has blown up, and which means, and I've lost my blue tick all at once. It's a terrible thing. And it means the phrase rapid unscheduled disassembly. That will just get a laugh on its own. You just, as a comedian tonight, you just have to say rapid unscheduled disassembly. I should have said it, shouldn't I? During that bit with Phoebe, if I just said this is like a rapid, I can't remember it, rapid unscheduled disassembly, then everyone would have laughed. Now, that's clever, he said a thing from the news today. What I like about Elon Musk is he's trying to make out like it blew up a minute into the flight. He's going, yeah, that was meant to happen. That's what I did that. I wanted it to do that, actually. So, but even though if I was the head of this thing and it had blown up, right, and it was meant to blow up or it was likely to blow up, he only showed the bit of the launch that was successful, and then when they showed pictures of that and it showed a little video of that, and then the video cut out, I would absolutely have gone, look, bang, I've created the most expensive firework there's ever been, or whatever, and would have put the explosion up there, because that's the money shot, isn't it? So to speak, of this phallic cocket. We've all done the joke. We don't need to do the jokes, but he's a very insecure man. He's taken away my blue tick. It's not even blue. I didn't ever ask for it. I didn't want it. But I resent him for taking it away. I would happily have given it up at any point, but for him to just take it from me. You have made a very powerful enemy, Elon Musk. There's 113 people watching this, and I've got a daughter who'll come for you, and she's vicious. She says it like it is. She'll get cancelled for the language she uses, fat and all that sort of stuff. But she says it like it is. It's gone up to 152, 153 on my screen now. Yes, so there we go. And oh, what's this one? Oh, what? How did that get in the slideshow? Richard, thank you. I saw you on Gone Fishing. Recognised the symptoms you described, as I also had them. It was the prompt I needed to get checked out, and I've since had a testicle removed and diagnosed with testicular cancer. I have a single dose of chemo coming up. I'm also late to this party at the age of 50. It's good to share. Oh, so what? Have I saved someone's life with my work? Oh. I'm not saying I'm the new Jesus, but how many people did Jesus cure of testicular cancer? 0. And he could have just gone in there and it would be cured. I, using my telepathic skills, have taken that man's bollock off essentially and saved his life. And, that my story is out there saving lives. And if you are not sharing my book and my podcast, Can I Have My Ball Back? New episode out tomorrow. With every man you know, and one of them dies of testicular cancer, you, my friend, are a murderer. So get out there, gofasterstrike.com, have copies of the book. I think you might even still be able to buy little squeegee-faced right bollocks. I might be wrong about that. But anyway, get it from Go Faster Strike, because, he uses his money for good. Or you can go to Ian Amazon, who at least watches the show. Chris Evans never watches the show. I actually saw Chris Evans, not that one. Not the one, not my one. Not the one from the radio, the one from America. I had the completely wrong actor in my head when I was thinking of Chris Evans. I was thinking of one of the other Chris's or other Evanses or whatever. Maybe one of the Hemsworths I had in my mind. And then I saw a picture of Chris Evans, or he's in the new film coming up, isn't he, with Anna, what's her face, Ana de Armas, something like that. And completely different guy. So, you know, that's when I've been thinking not that one or that one, I've been picturing the wrong person. It's too confusing. There's too many men called Chris who look exactly the same. At least the one thing you can say about Chris Evans, not that one or that one, is that, you know, he's not going to be mistaken for anybody else. So I did see a man walk when I was doing my dog walk around the field. If you'd listened to Stone Clearing, I did pass a man who I've never seen before in the village who looked quite like Chris Evans. But, you know, he's not going to win any prizes for being an attractive man. But thank you to that guy who shared that with me. There's been a few, I'm not saying I'm Jesus, but there's been a few people who have been inspired by me to go to their GP. Some of whom have turned out to have nothing wrong with them, luckily. It's just they had symptoms and it's turned out to be fine, or something else. I think 2 or 3 who have, at least who've told me about it. So, you know, when it gets to the end of life, you know, I can think, well, I murdered a few people, I wrecked a few people's lives with my selfishness, but I saved a few people too. I think if you took the best 5 things I've done in my life, and that's all we talked about, people would think, who is that amazing guy? If you took the worst 5, you go, that man should have rotted in jail. But, you know, hopefully people will just remember the best 5 and saving the lives of those people rather than... You know, I had a dream once that I killed a girl in Cheddar. When I was a child as well, I killed another child. And then me and my dad went and buried the body on the Mendips. And it was so real that I'm really worried it happened. If it did, I mean, no children have gone missing as far as I know in Cheddar. So, you know, if it's real, it was a child that wasn't liked or cared about. So it's not so bad. I don't think I did it. But imagine if that comes out to be true. My dad is involved. I mean, he was probably protecting me. He's involved. He's a pillar of the community. He's burying children. He's an ex-headmaster burying children in the Mendips. It doesn't bear thinking about, does it? Doesn't bear thinking about. So I think it was just a dream. What's up next? Dominic Raab, bullying report handed in. I saw Aid Edmonds do exactly the same joke as me, so I'm happy about that. Dominic Raab's gonna go into Richie Sunak and give him a Chinese burn and say, you better not do anything about this report, mate. Basically the same thing. But what's going on? This is very offensive to me. What? You can't say that anymore. That's politically incorrect. What, Chinese burn? Yeah, you can't say it. Is it racist, Chinese? I don't even really understand what it means. It's not like... I think it is a racial thing, Richard, and I think you should take it that. Well, it's Dominic Raab saying it, not me. That I would never say that. You just said it, and you just defended it. I didn't. So do you like bullies? I hate bullies, Richard. I hate them with a passion. You are a snither little trick for allowing bullies to get on with what they want. First time chat, just wanted to... Wumpty, first time chat. The first thing Wumpty has said, because I was going to say, I don't know if it's a man or a woman. In these days, you still can't be sure. Am I right? Stop being so politically incorrect. Wumpty, they say, my testicle grew to the size of a mango. Real Buster Gonad stuff. And that's their first comment in the... And that's the beauty of me being so open about my own testicle and the other testicle that's gone, is that people just feel the first thing they can say to a room of 143 people is that they're having a big testicle the size of a mango. I hope you're all right, Wumpty. But mine didn't get quite that big, but it was, you know, the size of a kiwi fruit, maybe a smallish kiwi fruit. Do you think Raab's going down? I think Raab is going down, Richard. I hope so. And yeah. Got no interest in this story, to be honest. I don't know why you've chosen it. Well, just because I wanted to talk about whether saying Chinese burn was... Why is it, you know, is it because it bruises the skin? Is that the issue with it? And it changes the skin? If that's the case, I suppose that's wrong. You suppose? You know, it's not like the herring's eye, which used to have another epithet, which was, I feel, offensive. But I don't mind it being after the herring's eye, the herring's mouth. Yeah. Is this the best you got? This is the best I've got today. Dominic Raab. Yeah, it's a weird name, isn't it? Raab. Raab. It's like it's like the noise a frog makes. You're on fire, Richard. Raab. Rod, 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 or sink or swim, hit, shout at winning, do your job by doing a trick. Night and day, in and out, we'll all stick together. He won't get sacked, 'cause Richie Sunak's afraid of him. You know it's Rishi Sunak, yes I do. Yeah. Keeping us warm in the night, that we're tame for his Castile. All right. It's a good satire of Dominic Raab, but, you know, we've got other fish to fry tonight. The only problem not having them labelled is I don't know if I've pressed one before. Let's see what's next. Doctors reveal heartbreaking name. Many patients call out before they die. The Mirror had some last words. People saying they, what would your regret be when you die? Richard, I cannot die. I'm an inanimate object. But you come to life. I do come to life. What will stop me coming to life? What if you know, one day you'll rot away? Yes, slowly though, Richard. It won't be like a death. It won't be something. Just one day I will say thy last word. I said those. One day thine mouth will remain closed, and then the I shall burn away, and we'll see. Yeah, we didn't do jizzy cunt. Jizzy cunt. Jizzy cunt. Oh, well, I'm doing myself without moving my lips. Jizzy cunt. Jizzy cunt. Who's talking? Jizzy cunt. Oh. I thought I was going to be on fire tonight. I feel a little bit better. I'm not coughing anymore, and yeah, nearly gone. But you know, I think it's the opening act of this show is a bit too hard to follow. What's the heartbreaking name? Do you think that many patients call out before they die? Well, Richard, I thought about it all the time you didn't hear, and I think probably the name they shout out is Dardra. What? Dardra? They three shout Dardra. What, my mum? Yeah, Dardra. Well, everyone shouts out to mum. They go, Dardra, sit on it. Why didn't you sit on it? The one thing I wanted in my life was you to sit on it, Dardra, and now I'm going to die without you sitting on it. You selfish fucking whore. What? Well, she's the opposite of that, isn't she? Because she's only sat on one of them. She's a very... Don't call my mother awful names like that. That's a terrible thing to say. She likes it. She does not like it, and I hope she doesn't watch this. She's an 85-year-old woman. She's nearly 86 years old. She doesn't need you coming here, saying sit on it, Barbara, to her, and saying that people shout at her and they say, why didn't you do it, Dada? You're so selfish. I thought you were a Christian. Why do you only think of yourself in this way? That's not a negative thing. I won't have you talk about my mum like that. Sit on it, Dada. Sit on it. No. Those will be my last words, Richard. I'm going to stop talking now. Well, they won't be the last words. Will be I'm going to stop talking now. So you've been hoisted with your own petard. Okay, Richard. What's the next story? We're whisking through them. Do you want to see if there's any? I don't know if I've got this. Let me just check if I've got the story for that one, because there might be some other interesting things people said. You know, it's worth thinking about those last moments, what you might say, what you might do. Oh, press the wrong one. So it's that following, share, save stories. No, I didn't save it. Didn't save that one, so I can't help you with it. Well, what a fascinating little feature. All right, some weeks aren't as good as others. Right, look, was it this one or is this the Doctor's? That's Doctor's reveal. Here we go. So we're into the coronation. Actually, where's my little friend? We probably will want him, won't we? I think he's in there. We'll probably want a word from Prince Andrew for the first time in a good long while about this. I saw Fergie Anna on the telly saying what a nice guy he was and how we should take the spotlight off Prince Andrew, but she was putting the spotlight on Prince Andrew by saying don't put the spotlight on him, and I will carry on talking to him. I think I wanted the spotlight to be on him. So does King Charles need a coronation? Carnation, not carnation. The evaporated milk. No, that's carnation, not coronation. Well, I was going to say, does he need a carnation to wear? He shouldn't think so. He's got a great big fucking hat full of jewels. That'll do, won't it? I mean, it's a bit late. Today is a bit late to ask this question. I think this was the BBC website. Because, you know, I think it's going to happen. Are we interested? Do we care? Well, I've been at the coronation of quite a few queens and kings. You've been there, have you? Well, I watched them on the telly. Did you? What, you watched the coronation of Edward VII, did you, on the telly? Yeah. Okay, if you say so. Edward, Victoria was on the throne. You never didn't see a. You know Van Gogh died like two or 3 years before you were created. That's a terrifying thought. Yeah, I was looking. My daughter did a picture like Van Gogh last night. She did the Starry Starry Night. It was beautiful. We looked him up. He died in about 1890, I think, which is only a couple of years before you were born. Something like that. I might be wrong. Very tragic man, Van Gogh. We're not talking about him though. Yeah, he died. Took cut off his own ear, Richard. How did he smell? Pretty bad, I think. He was quite a lonely guy. What do you think? Are you a fan of the royal family, Richard? I've seen them all. I've seen them on the television. Seen Queen Victoria. Made her laugh with my antics. King Edward the Seventh, King next. Did he? Yeah, I think so. Then King George. Which one? Old King George, he's walking down the alley, holding hands with Molly Malone, feeling pretty tally. They're going to the pictures to see a motion, a Charlie Chaplin pic, but they aren't gonna watch it. She's gonna suck his dick. Oh, no. Molly Malone with King George V. Yeah, I think so. King George V, King George VI. Is that right? Edward VIII, Queen Elizabeth II, now King Charles III, which is fantastic rhyming slang, isn't it? I was going to say, what's something so rude about that? It just feels, doesn't it, at this time when people can't afford to heat their homes, where kids can't get meals, can't eat. It just feels wrong that a man's doing all this stuff. I mean, we'll take you through a few of the bits that he's doing. The King Coronation Cross, containing shards used in Christ's crucifixion to be used in the procession. So someone has made this gilded cross, silver cross, and within that are actual pieces of the cross that Jesus Christ, in some ways the head of the Christian church, died upon. Well, how did he feel about that? What, people going up to his cross and taking big chunks of it out to keep? It was profiteering, wasn't it? It was still thinking, this guy's going to do something. Let's get a bit of his cross. I reckon we get money for that. It's not very nice, is it? It wouldn't go. Why doesn't he put a bit of the car that Princess Diana died in up in that cross as well? Why doesn't he get a bullet that JFK got shot with? Stick that in. Why? It's not that, it was Jesus's, I don't know, rattle. His rattle, everyone he goes with daisy, or his the manger. They did the manger that he was born in. They put him in a manger. Why didn't he put him in the manger? Because no one thought, when he was a baby, people didn't know that Jesus was going to be a big deal. They didn't know what those fucking kings turned out with gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And no one thought, maybe we should keep hold of this manger, some of this straw. That might be useful to put in a fucking crucifix in 2,000 fucking years' time. Stop swearing so much. I always swear on crosses about this. They wouldn't have known about the crucifix at that point. But they probably worked it out, wouldn't they? There's this little baby turns out he's got a halo. There's kings turning up. There's talking sheep and stuff. Are they talking sheep? Yeah, some versions of it I've seen. There's a star. These manger, massive fucking stars come down from heaven. You know how big stars are, Richard? It's like hovering with other little hovel. Don't do old material of mine. That everyone in the world didn't get any of the papers. I know that's my material. Don't do my material back at me. I'm very cross about this, Richard. Why? First of all, obviously it's not from the fucking cross. It's just some cunt down the area said, look, I've got a bit of wood. Oh, yeah, that came from the cross of Jesus Christ. We kept it. Who would have kept it? Who went and got the cross? Did someone go, can I take this cross away? I think there might be some money in chopping little bits of it and giving it to people. Fooling fucking gullible kings in the future. Yeah, really, you're going for this, aren't you? Yeah, I'm very, very annoyed at that. It doesn't make any sense. Why would they keep two little bits of this cross? And then if you go around the world, look at all the bits of the crosses that you could make a fucking World Trade Center out of wood. Why did you choose the World Trade Center? Why haven't they got the World Trade Center in there? Did they love celebrating the deaths of people? Why just Jesus' death? The last thing they get to heaven, look at this Jesus, I got it, when you were crucified on that cross, I kept it there and put it in, when I got coronated. Well, to Christians, the cross is a powerful symbol, and so obviously, It's horrible, isn't it? Why would they? It's horrible. It's a bit Bill Hicks, this routine. Not a routine. I'm not doing a bit, Richard. I'm just angry about, A, why people would think someone at that point would start keeping... Why didn't the Roman gods go, hey, stop fucking chipping bits off our cross. We need that for the next criminal. They're not... It's not yours. You don't die. And then they say, oh, there's your cross. Thank you. Thank you very much for your crimes. You can take the cross away if you become a legendary figure. And that can be, you know, having churches and stuff and giving gifts to kings. It wouldn't happen, would it? The Roman soldiers guarding the crucifixion place, they'd go, fuck off, stop chipping bits off our crosses. We need those. We've got another 1 million fucking Jewish people to crucify for not believing in our gods. Oh, now those gods, no one believes in those gods anymore. No one's going, oh, what happened to those gods, all the Roman gods? No one cares about it. Oh, no, this god's real, though, this one. Oh, no, the appointment, they'll look back and go, oh, so, you know, people used to believe in Christianity. What is this? I mean, I don't mind. I'm still recovering from illness. I'm very happy for you to do all the talking. You've gone red in the face, Richard. Well, you know, from embarrassment about this. I just think, Richard, and maybe in this crazy world, it takes a puppet to say this, that there's nobody should be making silver fucking crucifixes to give to the king on his coronation. Getting down, I don't know, a wimpy, you're getting down the wimpy, stick on a plastic chair, give him a crown, like a Burger King crown. Yeah, they probably had those at the wimpy as well. So you're the king now, here, as a free beef burger. Now, fuck off. And let's take the money that you've spent on fucking silver crosses and let's sell your bit of the Jesus' cross, because some cunt would spend some money on that, even though it's just a piece of wood. It might be real. It isn't fucking real, Richard. Grow up. The story isn't real. And if it is, they definitely don't have a bit of wood from 2,000 years ago that survived all this time. Wood can be handed down and things have survived if they're precious enough. Well, where's the Holy Grail then? Why hasn't that survived? It has survived. It's probably hidden in hiding somewhere. You'd think out of all the things that would be, someone would go, let's pocket that. That's the last coffee drink out of. Oh, I noticed if I drink out of it, then I become immortal. Let's hold on to that. But not the cross. Well, if his blood's touched that wood. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'd sort of agree with you, really. If I was, I would say all this stuff. Because it's an offensive time to do it, just after Easter and just before the coronation. What was I saying? I've forgotten. I've lost my train of thought. Well, you've got to stop losing your train of thought. Think more carefully about what you're saying. Why don't they just take this money and give it to all of us? There must be billions of pounds. Because it's by spending this money, it's bringing in money to what balls it is. He doesn't pay an inheritance tax. His nun's just died giving him all the stuff. He's got all of that and he wants more fucking stuff. What a fucking prize prick. The sooner the royal family disappears of its own arsehole, the better. Come on, Prince Harry. Fuck them. Fuck them up. Fuck the lot of them. Oh, yeah, I'm made of wood. Yeah, I was on Christ's fucking cross. You made of papier mache. Yeah, they made me into papier mache. I'm made out of the Turin shroud. My neckerchief is made out of the Turin fucking the real shroud. Do you want to put that on your cross, Charles, you fucking prick? You don't even believe in Jesus. Right, well, let's move on to less controversial matters. The Coronation quiche that could contain deadly ingredient for 400 million people around the world. Well, is he going to start feeding it to everyone? I'll tell you the story. Coronation quiche. And that's worse than COVID, Richard. The Coronation quiche is going to kill 400 million people. It could contain a deadly ingredient that if 400 million people were offered a slice of that quiche and they all said, yeah, and didn't go, oh, can I just check? Because there's a certain thing, if I eat it, it will kill me. It just looks so delicious. And, obviously I don't know what quiche is because I'm not from England. So, yeah, but I'll just eat it. I won't ask. It's like if you've got an allergy or something that'll kill you, you never ask about that when you go to eat something or say, can I just check are there broad beans in that? The royal family yesterday announced the King's Coronation quiche is the dish of choice for the celebrations of May the 6th. But ingesting it could be a bad idea for 400 million worldwide. This is the Daily Mirror. Second time we come to Daily Mirror for a load of fucking shit. So you've got to make this by royal decree. Anyone who doesn't make this quiche and put it in the fucking middle of their big trestle table in their high street. Is anyone doing anything? I don't know. People doing stuff for the coronation. Feels like everyone's a bit embarrassed about it. And no, Richard, the British people love this. The other baked savoury tart contains spinach and tarragon as a treat choice of Saturday, May the 6th. However, its recipe also calls for a generous amount of broad beans, which could cause an allergic reaction for over 400 million people worldwide. I mean, I don't think everyone in the world is going to be making this quiche. Also known as legumes, broad beans are in the same family as kidney beans, peanuts and soybeans. My niece might have to watch out for this as well. She's allergic to peanuts. Did somebody say peanuts? Yeah, all right. Somebody did say peanuts before. Maybe it's some kind of code word, peanuts, that will. Maybe my daughter's some kind of sleeper agent. Sorry, Fluffy Rabbit, some kind of sleeper agent. It can cause what seems to be a severe allergic reaction in some people, but it's actually a condition known as favism, which happens to those who have a glucose-6-phosphate dehydrogenase deficiency. That's the reason that Elon Musk's rocket crashed as well. What's the word thing I've got to say? I can't remember it. Okay, if I could remember the thing. Yeah, can't you remember it? Can you remember it? I don't know what it is. The thing that they said about it, if I could remember it, it's always going to be a punchline for the rest of this week. And then maybe about 10 years' time, if you mention to bring up, people go, oh, yeah. The deficiency can cause... it sounds to me like if everyone in the world ate this quiche, didn't ask what was in it, and were forced to eat it, if they had made enough for everyone in the world, out of all those 7 billion people, 400 million, not an insignificant amount of people, I'm not saying that, but a small proportion of them, if they were forced to eat it, might be allergic to it. Contain deadly ingredient. Is it going to kill 400 million people? I think the Mirror are blowing this all out of proportion, really. Quiche, do you like a quiche, Richard? Real men like quiche, don't they? Yeah, do you? I don't like quiche. Not real men, then. Well, I don't. It's not... It seems a strange left. People were saying when I tweeted this about the referencing the Shrewsbury Pie sketch, we're going to have a quiche. But basically, quiche is quiche, isn't it? If you have a quiche, what's in it is just leftovers from other quiches. And if it's a coronation quiche, that quiche could very well go back to William the Conqueror's time. So that could be the reason 400 million people are going to die. We'll see. Will you calm down? I've calmed down a little bit. Yeah, thank you. There's some noise behind me. Is that you, Phoebe?
Daddy.
Yeah.
I'm going to wear my headphones for my Yoto.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put...
I'm in the middle of a show here.
And I'm going to put music on it, and then...
Yeah.
And when you come to trick on me, can you turn off the music?
Yeah, but I'm in the middle of a show. You can't interrupt me in the middle of a show. You can tell me that before. It's very unprofessional, Phoebe. You've wrecked this.
Yay.
Thank you, darling. I love you so much. Sleep tight. So she's going to fall asleep with headphones on, and I have to remember to take those headphones off. Hold on, I've got a message probably from my wife. Let's see what's going on. Oh, you were going great guns about the coronation quiche. My wife's on the way. She's been recording Drunk Women Solving Crime with Les Dennis. So she's on her way home, guys. So we've got to wrap it up soon enough. Oh, we've done 30 minutes. Yeah, I like this old school, just you and me chatting. I don't really like all the other characters coming in. Did somebody say coming in? Yeah. But we'll see. We might get on to some. We might bring some of the other characters back. I think it should just be the two of us. Like I hurt my arm today as well. Look at that. Yeah, it's not as interesting as the quiche. Well, the quiche is done. Let's move on to the next thing. Camilla had no end game to be queen, insists on. Yeah, I can see that, Richard. Can you? Yeah, I don't think she wanted to be the queen. I think she just fell in love with a guy. Didn't even know who he was, really. Just said, oh, hello, what's your name? He said, I'm Charles. She said, oh, I'm Camilla. And the cats are now having a go. Don't play around with our... Oi! Sorry, I'm just this very unprofessional. My family keep interrupting me. Yeah, oh, good. Well, you got a wife already. Oh, don't worry, I'll fuck you anyway. I saw a guy like you on the news. Kind of than you, though. Yeah, you're saying she knew she was going to be quit. Yeah, he is, no finer authority than her own son says she had no end game to the queen. Well, interesting. You are sounding very anti-royalist for a 131-year-old. I know. Well, when I was a knitter, the royal family were the real royal family. Queen Victoria, can't beat that. Queen Elizabeth II. You can't beat that fantastic woman or the other fucking pricks. King Edward VIII, what a fucking Nazi cunt. See, Kyle, you saw them all see Highling, didn't you? They did it. They loved it. So you're saying that you thought she did want to be... She, not only are you saying she did obviously want to be queen, that now she is queen. Don't you think it's in undue haste for her to refer to herself as the fucking queen? The queen isn't even cold in the ground. I think she probably is. No, they keep her warm. They've got central heating down there. Just in case they misdiagnosed it, they give it a year. She pops her fucker in the hands of the Queen Mother. She came back a couple of times. They've got pieces of her fucking cross. Don't try and confuse things. She could come back. The Queen, the proper Queen, my Queen, Queen Elizabeth II, is the only Queen of my heart. And now Camilla, she was the Queen Consort for about 2 months, and then suddenly it was, just the Queen. The King and the Queen invite you to the coronation. She didn't have the fucking end game to be the Queen. Why is she being called the fucking Queen? She should have gone, what fucking, you're really going off on one. She should, Richard, has said, oh, look, I just love Prince Charles. I don't care about any of the rest of it. Obviously, when you're on the throne, I'll just be Camilla. You'll be on the side. I'll be Camilla, your wife. I don't want to be called the Queen. That would be entirely disrespectful to Queen Elizabeth II. Hasn't even been dead for 6 fucking months. Whoa! Well, some strong stuff today. Some political stuff. I know a lot of you will, a lot of viewers to this will love the royal family and love King Charles III. I mean, everyone loves him, don't they? Do you think anyone loves him? I think there must be some people who love, adore him, would do anything he said. I think that some people... Do you think it's going to be the end of the royal family? I mean, you know, it's looking possible, isn't it? It's looking possible it could be the end of the royal family. Marmite. I'm not going to do Marmite. Tabby's just licking herself over there. It's fine. I was going to bring in Prince Andrew. Don't bring that cunt in. You don't need him around. It's kept a low price. He's going to Prince Andrew. He's just over there. Yeah, the Duke of fucking York. He is going to the coronation. Know that he's making a fuss about it at all. And Meghan Markle, who, as far as I know, has not had underage sex with people who are being trafficked. Well, those are allegations, Ali. No, I'm saying that Meghan Markle hasn't done those things. That is completely true. That's fair enough. Yeah, you are saying you're making a statement. Meghan Markle, as far as you know, has not had underage sex with someone who is being trafficked. That is true. But don't say anything else. Well, we all know Prince Andrew, for some reason, paid loads of money to a woman who was trafficked by Jeffrey Epstein. And yet no one cares about him going there. Harry and Meghan, they can't go to the coronation. And Prince Andrew's going to be sitting there all this... Well, Fergiana says that he's a very nice man and we should leave him alone. So, and I've met him. I talked to him on here a lot. And he's a good guy. Let's be fair here. Let's hear from the man himself.
God save the Duke of York. His skin is as dry as chalk. Ignore all the talk when others are poking. He's eating out in woking. He's never going to be the king. He's the Duke of York.
Hello, here he is. It never used to do this before. I don't know why it's doing this. I'm seeing if I can just fix this. Oh, I mean, it's there. As long as you don't pull it up, it's there. Yes, hello, Richard. It's me, Prince Andrew. I'm very well. Thank you for asking. I'm sorry that I don't treat any of these puppets as well as I should, and they're beautiful things. And I don't deserve them. So, well, you know, some would say I've been disrespectful to other people in my time. I haven't. They're lying. But it's very nice to be here. You sounded quite like Ali today, yes. I'll try and sound more like Prince Andrew, because that's who I am. And yes, I will be at the coronation, Richard. I'm looking forward to it. As long as Megan isn't there, disrupting it for everyone, making everyone think of the terrible thing she's done. Just taking the attention away from Prince Charles and the good the royal family do. And we don't want anyone there who'd do that. Okay, that's fair enough. Do you think Camilla, her end game was to be... No. I know she wasn't, because I was in Zizi's with her, yeah, in Saffron Walden, really, yeah, and we had... she had some pasta arrabbiata, it's spicy, she's a spicy lady, and I had just a baguette. You had a baguette, yes. I don't know if they do baguettes in ZZ, do they? Well, they need one for me. I'm fucking Prince Andrew. You're fucking him now, are you? No, I'm the Duke of York. Listen to the theme tune. And I said, do you want to be Queen Camilla? He said, oh, no. Please don't put that on me. Please don't even offer me the title. Oh, I suppose if you offer it to me, I'll have to take it. Are you offering it? And I said, well, I wasn't. She said, oh, you seem to have done so. I have to take it. And then the royal family's asked me. So thank you for that. That's what I did. Good. Have you had any coronation quiche? I'm allergic to the thing with me. I can't eat raw beans. I can't sweat, and I can't eat raw beans. If I eat raw beans, I will sweat. It's the one thing that makes me sweat, and also it makes me piss blood, and then I die. Have you had them before? No. How'd you know? Because my nanny told me. I miss her so. I'm looking after all the corgis, and they're trying to move me out of my 30-room house into a little house with only 4 or 5 bedrooms. It's ridiculous. Where am I meant to put all the traffic? I mean, the train set I've got. I'm a big fan of Hornby railways. So, I need 30 bedrooms, not to fuck 17-year-olds. I wouldn't do that, but to my Nod Railway collection, that's... Well, it's lovely to see you again. Sorry about the head. It's all right. I think I've got it back in again, actually. But, I'm just throwing you down there again, so it's going to come out again. That's what you get. Was it worth it, Richard? Was it worth it? I'm not sure it was worth it, Ali, but there we go. It's nice. I think people would have liked to have seen him again. Well, what else is there to do? Let's have a look. Michael Gove. Marmite appeal to pregnant women to find out if babies love or hate it in the womb. They're gonna. It's a stunt from Marmite. Oh yeah, I love Marmite. Yeah, I hate it. You either love it or you hate it, or you don't mind it, or you've never tried it. Those are the options. Somewhere in between those parameters. And so they're going to see if they're going to film the babies to see if they like Marmite. And to discuss that, will you please welcome back? He's on £1 million contract. You love him or you hate him. It's Marmite Lid.
With a smile and a quip, do you see what he did? He's the greatest cartoon character we've had since Hissing Sid. His eyes look like an oil spill, his mouth is like a skid. Mark, you love him or you hate him, it's Marmite Lid.
Yeah, I'm ready to go, Richard. All right, have you got some stuff lined up? No, I just thought I'd wing it. Hello, it's me, Marmite Lid. Good to be back. Yeah, so we were talking about this story, not the rooftop smoking. That's why I need the name. That's why, I thought I could do it without naming the buttons, but that's why you can't. How do you feel about this? Well, have a look and see if you've got the story up so we can discuss it properly, because I don't really know the story. You don't know the story? No. You're not listening to what I just said? Not really. I wasn't expecting to come on. I hadn't prepared anything. Thought I'd just wing it. Right, Mum, it's from The Mirror again. The Mirror is a fantastic newspaper, isn't it? They really are covering all the big stories here. Marmite appealed. Marmite is set to test whether the babes like or hate the popular spread by examining 4D ultrasound scans of the baby faces until after their mum eats the yeast spread. Is this a good use of scientific resources? I think it is. What if the Marmite kills the babies? I don't think it will kill them. I think pregnant people have eaten Marmite before. I don't think Marmite's on the list. It's made of yeast extract. It's not even the yeast. It's the stuff extracted from the yeast. Well, you know a lot about it. I'm on the fucking top of the bottle. What do you think I've done with my life? I've just read the ingredients upside down to my whole life. Everyone's being very antsy today, aren't they? There's a lot of anger in here. Research reveals that babies respond to different flavours while still in the womb depending what the mum is eating or drinking. No. A bid to find out if unborn tots can taste boffins and Marmite are set to test whether the babes like or hate. Isn't this just an advert for Marmite that's been put in the newspaper and now, without any fee, on your show, talking to 163 people? Yeah, are you going to do some material about it? No. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was Marmite Lit. He was right. He got it right. Let's have a look at Michael Gove. This guy wants a rooftop. Michael Gove worried about terrorism, and so they built him, and he didn't want to go out in the street because he got hassled in the street. Because he's Michael Gove. I mean, listen, if you're going to be Michael Gove, you have to live with the consequences. You're going to get hassled out on the street by people who don't like you for being Michael Gove. So he goes outside to smoke, and because he has to, that's the law. Yeah, and the Conservative government, they the law. That's right. He doesn't want to do that anymore. And so it wasn't him who asked for it, but they put a smoking hut on top of his house, or on top of the building that he works in. So he can go into this little smoking hut, Michael Gove, and smoke. And we're paying for that. So, and then that time you could have killed him. I think about the time I could have killed Michael Gove with a beer bottle. And, you know, our paths have crossed on several occasions. I could have stopped all of this. I could probably have stopped Brexit. And I'd probably be just getting out of prison now. If I just killed all of these cunts at university, I'd probably be just getting out of prison now. I could put on, you know, I could still do this show. Do you think people would watch this show if you were a mass murderer of young students? Well, but I'd have to say to them, you know, it looks like what I did was bad, killing some seemingly innocent posh Oxford students at the Oxford Union with a bomb, but I've actually saved the country from spiralling into despair, and so you should laud me as a kind of god. But yeah, I was in the Westfield before we moved out of London. I was in the Westfield having a lovely tapas with my wife, drinking beer when I used to drink beer then. This is fake beer that I'm drinking now. Are you going to go back? I might go back to the real stuff, but I didn't on holiday, so, you know, maybe I'm not going to. Maybe that's not. I miss a little whiskey in the evening, but I'm worried about not being able to sleep and stuff and waking up in the middle of the night feeling confused. Anyway, I was drinking beer then because I wasn't a pussy. That's the derogatory. I mean, like a cat. Okay. It's derogatory to cats. Yeah. We're going to be derogatory to cats in a minute. And he just walked past with his kids. No guards as far as I could see. Could have. And I worked on, what was it called? What was that show called? Up to Something? No. Can you remember what it's called? I can't remember. It is David Baddiel, was in it? David Baddiel was in it. Michael Gove. You should have known that it was one of your first paid jobs. We got paid for what? I think we got paid £700 a week for writing on it. I think that might even have been each. And it was a fucking fortune to me. For about 6 or 7 weeks. We wrote for Tracy McLeod. The show was called Up Your Ass or something like that. Fuck the poor people. Michael Gove was on to make horrible comments about everyone. If you go, you can find bits of it on YouTube, and he's disgusting. And now he's whatever he is, smoking his way up there on the roof hut. You're getting angry now? Yeah, well, I'm angry about people like Michael Grove. Go. Michael Grove, you don't even know his name. Yeah, sit down. Jim says, don't let Katie's next husband drink all the whiskey. Enjoy it while you can. You're right. It's still there, taunting me. He's right. I mean, I'm definitely. You're right. I'm definitely going to die before my wife. Yeah, and she's good looking. She's a nice looking lady. Sit on it, Katie. Would you please sit on it? Don't. Please sit on it. Do you think she would like to introduce me into your love life? What if I go down with and she gets back, say, "Oh, this is Ali. We're wondering if you'd like a threesome with us together." Yeah, we could give it a go. I'll pop the question. You're like, hello, I'm Ali, Katie. Would you like a threesome or a twosome? We can get rid of him if you want, just the two of us. I don't think you can get rid of me, to be fair. I think I'll have to be involved in some way. Girl, I'm here to drink your whiskey and get trisky with your little whiskey. Okay. Anyway, Michael Gove. Blah. They're horrible. But these people, I know them. horrible people. You know, the comedians aren't all nice people. There's some horrible people, posh people, and comedians as well. But we'd be much better off with the comedians who are at Oxford running the country rather than the politicians. Or maybe even somebody didn't even go to Oxford. Imagine that. That is impossible, Richard. Oh dear. Right, let's see what's next. This was an interesting one. We're gonna get Aquamarina in a minute. What's her name? Sybil. Because I'm running out of steam. You've done nothing. It's me doing everything. I know. My wife's a very good-looking woman, is what I'm saying. So she's not going to be. You know, I'm going to provide for her. I'm going to make sure there's enough. I mean, she doesn't need me to provide for her. She's a very successful person in her own right. But I'm going to make sure she. You know, I'm earning money now. It's all going in the bank. I'm not going to spend any of it. I'll be dead. Second husband drinking my whiskey, going, "Oh, I fancy buying the latest Apple Mac. Do that with Richard Herring's money. Gonna go gambling, play some poker with Richard Herring's money." Which is the most horrible comedian. The most horrible comedian is still nicer than Dominic Raab, Michael Gove, Boris Johnson, all of those pricks. Even the most awful comedian. We all know who he is, and he's still nicer than Michael Gove. This is a story about. I mean, I don't understand these gender reveal. There's a gender reveal party. There was a pink balloon in there. It was a rose gold balloon, so they thought they had a girl. And then at the bottom, it's sort of like I don't know if it is even a prank. I think they just mistook something in the box for meaning it was a girl, and were happy. And then it was actually a blue thing at the bottom, and it was a boy. And I don't understand why they're doing it, because unless you're from China and only boys count, or unless you hate one of the genders, and is it even right to ascribe a gender to a baby? Oh, you're very right on now, Richard, after all the Chinese learn stuff. I know, I'm trying to claw back the youngsters. What's this? Oh, it's a girl. Yes. I really didn't want a boy. Oh, it's a boy. Shit. Because you just want to. It doesn't matter what. It's just showing off, and look at them. I don't know if that's the people who were tricked, but it's just a chance for parents to show off and go, "Oh, we're having a baby. It's a boy. Oh my God, I don't believe it's a boy. What? Oh God, it's a boy. Oh God, it's a girl. Hooray!" That's all. You can't do anything. You can't go, "Oh." No one's going, "Oh, fuck." Maybe these people are, because they're mortified after finding they got the different one than they thought it was to begin with. Daily Mirror, again. It's all the Daily Mirror. I got them all off Apple News. All Daily Mirror. I don't even subscribe to the Daily Mirror. I've got Apple News. Marmite. Let's see. Let's see if I saved this story. I didn't even save it. That's how offensive I am. The 11 words that ended Rupert Murdoch's marriage. Remember that bit? That was a good bit, Richard. That was the one bit. It was like we were in Mock the Week, wasn't it, that week? It was like I was on Mock the Week, and it wasn't scripted. If Mock the Week wasn't scripted, it would be very similar. Anyway, fuck everyone who has gender. And the gender reveal parties, 3 or 4 people have died during gender reveal parties. It's absolutely insignificant. You can wait to find out. When, if someone goes, "Oh, you have a baby, what was it, boy or girl?" "Oh, it's a boy." "Oh, great. Well, it's good, and it could have been a girl. That would have been great too." No one's going, "Oh, fuck, I can't wait to find out what sex your child is. Oh, I hope there'll be some kind of elaborate way of doing it that kills someone, that blows up in their face, or a plane crashes because it's trailing the fucking... It's a boy at the back." We are in an angry mood, aren't we? We're both in the same mood. I think maybe we're both on that period, Richard. Don't say that. We were doing very well. You were doing very well. I wasn't doing so good. Neither were both on that period. Have you thought about that? Do a funny musical song. Little lily lang tree wanted to know what sex her baby would be. And so she blew out a great big balloon. She got her lips around it, and then she could confound it. It was so huge that she had the balloon in her mouth. She was licking it and sitting on it and jumping up and down. And then she went and popped it, and my goodness, it topped all over town. It was covered in a load of funk, a load of human gametes, because it was a testicle. And what is this This is a real musical song. It was saucy in those days, Richard. She got a mouth around it, and then she found it. What? Because it was so small? Because it was so big. It was wearing a wig. What, a balloon, yeah. And then she had something to prick it with, and it was a great big prick. Oh! Let's talk to Aquamarina. It's time to meet Sybil, beautiful Sybil. How does she know the future right now before it has happened? She lives in the park. Oh, all her stuff's fallen off. She looks quite pretty now. All her tape's fallen off. Oh, look. Hello. You didn't predict that, did you? Look, I think the kids have been playing with me, and nice tape has fallen off. Oh, maybe it's in here somewhere. There's loads of dolls in there I haven't used for ages. But Sybil, you're beautiful. Thank you, Richard. I always knew we could be together because I can see the future. What, are you and me? Yeah, your wife is going to leave you. Turn around. Your wife's going to leave you. This is sponsored by Johnson's Dry Cleaner. And the wife is going to leave you, and then you and me will be together. Do you want to go down and suggest we have I'd like a threesome with you and my wife. I'd like to see you going at each other for my entertainment. No, Richard, I can't see that happening. Okay. Here's last week's predictions. Remember, you have to come up with some more. Christine McGuinness will find love with Paddy? ? Let's find out. Check it, Richard. I'm going to check it. The people they're all shouting. Sybil into Bukaki, by the looks of it, says Jason Downing. That's just her beautiful. Don't know what's happened there. She looks so different. I'll try and repair her, get her back to normal. Let's have a look at Christine McGuinness. I mean, Christine McGuinness has been in the news. She comes up first. She's a model. Very beautiful, voluptuous woman. Christine McGuinness shows off an incredible figure in a racy black swimsuit just yesterday. Christine McGuinness branded absolutely stunning over school run look before sat nav. She's got some equipment. This young lady is very sexist. Sorry, there was no one here to chastise me. Christine McGuinness is all smiles as she steps out in a denim jacket. She's looking happy. Christine McGuinness' dilemma. She spends days agonising over a trip. I'm not seeing. Christine McGuinness says it's tragic after sending fans wild in racy swimsuit. This could be it. The game star split from husband Paddy last summer. She's shared a sexy swimsuit clip. Yeah, you can see part of her breast there. She flaunted her body. A little sneak peek at her swim. Dropping soon, just in time for summer. It's another advert. The papers are just full of adverts. At least that wasn't the Mirror. I don't think she's found love, even with Paddy. Okay, next, she said, you will die in a car crash. I mean, I'll check it. It's quite poor taste. But it is something that's been on my mind, and all comedians worry about. Car crash. Is Richard Herring alive or dead? I'll put that. Poor taste. We're all going to die. Is Richard Herring, British comedian, living or dead? I understand. Richard Herring is alive. He's 55 years and 9 months old. He hasn't died. Fantastic. 2 wrong. Rupert Murdoch will announce another engagement. That's what you said. Sorry, I should be reading those out. I don't think he's got engaged to anyone else. I'll check it. John Pardo's asking me to check it. Rupert Murdoch engagement. He's engaged to Anne Leslie Smith, but he isn't anymore. Why did Rupert Murdoch call off the engagement? He was becoming uncomfortable with Smith's vocal evangelical views. No. He has not yet got re-engaged, so that is not going to happen. I've got a big thing across my face now. What's going on? Where did that come from? Check it. Can I get rid of that? There we go. 3 wrong. A giant tadpole with Greg Davies' face flies through the skies of UK. Sorry. So a giant tadpole. I don't think I saw that happening. This could be the first time you haven't got anything right. I'll put Greg Davies tadpole. I think that should probably bring it up. I'm checking it. Someone's shouting, check it at me. Greg Davies tadpole. Greg Davies got drunk as a teacher. Greg Davies head of behavioural science. That's not even got tadpole in it. Ryan Gosling can't cope with Greg Davies's ridiculous story. I thought Ryan Gosling might be Chris Evans. No, not even tadpole Minecraft wiki guide. No, that did not happen. Sorry, we have to do some more. But look what was on the desk. Ooh. How do we come up with that crazy ideas? Okay, hit me. What's gonna happen? A child will die. Not a child. Don't say a child will die. A parent will die. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. At a gender reveal party. Okay. An American will kill an innocent person who is just in their car park or in a car, or just their ball comes in their garden or something. An American will kill an innocent person. Yeah, I mean, that seems to be happening every day now. I don't know what's happening in America, but it's definitely a well-adjusted, fantastic country. And no birthdays today, by the way. No one sent in any birthdays. If you want to send any birthdays, herring967 at gmail. There must be a collage of some kind. Let me just check if there's anything else coming up. There was pregnant couple. Oh, yeah, there's the hand double thing. We could talk about that. Emma Watson. Oh, yeah. I don't know how you come up with your crazy idea. You look so beautiful. What happened to all your... Has someone picked it off your face? Emma Watson, yeah. Will not be in the news. Okay, will not be in the news. I mean, really, you're meant to be telling us what's in the news. Do one more, because this is tedious. Yeah, gone. What are you looking around for? I'm just distracted by how pretty you turned out to be. This is like in a sitcom when the secretary takes off her glasses. I was at Emma Watson's hand twin. And if you don't believe me, here is a model of Emma Watson's hand. I'm just holding up there. And here is my hand. And look. That's not her real hand. That's my hand. That's my hand. No, that's her hand. That's my hand. That's a model of her hand. That's my hand. Exactly the same. In all the scenes in Harry Potter where it was just her hands, that was me. It was sort of weird when she was like really young. People can, are you sure this is going to work? People will believe this. Even if you check the early films when she's reaching in to wank off someone. Sorry. I would just like to apologise. That's not me, and that's her body double, but her hands didn't look anything like... That girl's hands didn't look anything like Emma Watson's hands. So I was brought in because my hands are the same, exactly the same as Emma Watson's. So it's just reaching up. Oh, Expelliarmus. If you just remember that bit. Expelliarmus. That was my hand. Woo! It's not as scary now you've lost all the shit off your face. Emma Watson will not be in the news. Anything else? Push another button. See what's there. What's here? Oh, cat killing. All right. Do you want to do something about cat killing? New Zealand, a lorry full of cats here will crash into the London Eye. Okay. Yeah, if this happens, we're going to... Anything like it. Because it sometimes can be interpretive. And with hilarious consequences. Okay. Everyone will die. It's been a... with hilarious consequences. I'm not going to be able to read this. Everyone will die, just in the London Eye or in the world. You'll see. Okay, there's Sybil, beautiful Sybil, too beautiful. Where is the tape from off of her face? It's all disappeared. I hope this stuff on my face isn't gonna. There's like loads of lines on my bit. I hope that's not coming out for you. I'm sure it isn't. Yeah, it's a New Zealand cat killing competition for children axed after backlash. It's like political correctness has gone mad, hasn't it? The way kids can't even kill cats anymore without someone complaining about it. My day, if a kids wanted to go out and kick a cat to death, no one gave a fuck. But now, kids go out. They're not even like pet cats. They're just feral cats. They want to shoot them. And, oh no, we can't have that. Children killing cats. Let's go back to... I thought we Brexited. So we could kill cats again in New Zealand. Thought that was why we did it. Well, look, I think it's time to wrap up. We're going to go and watch Taskmaster. Sorry, last week I didn't realise... Oh, we were into Taskmaster already. I didn't realise that Meet the Richardsons was on at 10 o'clock. So sorry for the misdirect. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Yeah, it's been good, thanks. I've lost my tick today. I lost my tick today. I didn't know that it went away. It was blue, although it was really white. I didn't want it anyway. I never asked for it on, and I couldn't say that I thought that it was alright. It wasn't alright. I don't want a tick. You take my tick away. Your what? My tick? Nay. You take my tick away. Was it tick? You say, you take my tick away. Oh, Taskmaster's 10:30 tonight. There's something going on there. Yeah, so we've got plenty of time. Let's keep going. Yeah, let's just sing this for... Once in every lifetime, and then has a dick and a tick, and he keeps it in his pants, and then a lady comes up to him and says, I'd like to take your dick away, and then usually says, thanks, you can take my dick away. You're getting quite good at this making songs up. Hey, take my dick away, take away. Hey, should we do this till everyone leaves? I think they'll stay, and not many of them will. Some of them will. Do you think if we did this till 3 o'clock in the morning, there'd still be people watching? I think there might be more people watching. Take my dick away. You get your dick and you stick it in a balloon and you sunk in it and you add some colour dye. Then you dust the balloon and you sunk right on the room, and if it's blue, you know that they'll be a guy. Oh, that was quite good. Thank you. All right. Well, I'm going to try and look after you, Ali, because I don't want you to fall apart. I know that you're not looking after me. I know. I can't even look after my own hand. My hand fell off. That is actually that's Princess Diana's hand, isn't it? Which I'm not the same, nearly the same size. Hopefully we can put a bit of a hand in the Coronation Cross. We'll be probably back next week, I think. So thanks for watching. Don't take my dick away. They took your ball away. They did take my ball away. You didn't use it anyway. I did use it for wanking and stuff. It made spunk and stuff. Goodbye. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. Go away. I'm not going to do this till 3 o'clock in the morning. Am I? No.